Hi guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here. Today's video is about staying safe on your holidays. Top tips to avoid scams, avoid dangerous situations, and generally stay safe so you can have the most amazing time here in Benidorm. We're approaching the peak summer season, the time when hundreds of thousands of tourists arrive in Benidorm. It's a fabulously busy time of year, but unfortunately the arrival of so many tourists also attracts some unsavoury characters into the resort who will be looking for opportunities to prey on our tourists for their own advantages. Well, we don't want to give them any satisfaction, do we? So today we'll be going through some tips that will hopefully help you guys avoid some dodgy situations and have an absolutely brilliant holiday in sunny Benidorm. First things first, if you're not already, please get subscribed to our channel. It's completely free and means you'll be kept up to date on all things Benidorm. Give us a thumbs up, click subscribe and click the bell so you'll get a notification every time we release a new video. So, in no particular order really, here are our top tips for staying safe on your holidays in Benidorm. We don't want to alarm you with this list, but we do feel it's important information and could save somebody from a negative experience on their holiday. Be aware of pickpockets. Benidorm's biggest crime issue, in my opinion, is the pickpocketing that goes on. Busy tourist areas always attract these opportunistic thieves, and avoiding them is easier said than done. That being said, there are some ways of giving yourself protection from them and not making it so easy for them to get their thieving hands on your valuables. One of the most vulnerable times for a tourist is when they first arrive in resort. You've got everything on you and there's no way around this. The buses are busy and the transfers can be a little chaotic when everyone's getting the suitcases off and trying to get into the hotel as quickly as possible. This has been known to be a point when the pickpockets will pounce. They'll mingle amongst you, looking and acting like a tourist, and they're so very sneaky and good at what they do, you often won't notice something's gone until it's too late. Put your valuables somewhere safe. Once you're in the hotel or apartment, sort out your valuables. I will always advise you to get a copy of your passport made before you arrive so you can carry that and leave your original passport and travel documents in a safe place in your accommodation. If you haven't got a copy already, most of the internet cafes or tourist info centres scattered around town will be able to make a photocopy for you. The reception at your hotel may even offer this service as well. It is required by law to carry ID with you at all times in Spain, but a photocopy will almost always be accepted if needed. It's not reasonable to expect tourists to carry their original passport with them at all times, and the authorities do understand this. As for the rest of your valuables, like jewellery for example, of course it is entirely up to you what you want to wear out and how dressed up or dressed down you want to be, but I would think hard if you have some very expensive items. Is it really worth the risk of wearing them? They can be easily slipped off by professional pickpockets. Make note of where you're staying. And this really seems like common sense to me. It's the first thing I do when I'm away, but the amount of people I come across who are lost and don't even know the name of their accommodation or the area it's in is astounding. Look around at surrounding buildings, bars and shops to give yourself some reference point. Ask for a business card, a wristband, a beer mat, anything from the hotel that you can show to somebody if you get lost. Even take a photo from outside, and not just of your hotel or apartment itself, but also your room number. Don't keep all your cash on you. When you're ready to hit the town, don't take all your money out together. There's no need to be carrying around €500 for a night out. Just take enough cash for one day at a time. The average person spends about €100 a day in Benidorm, food and drinks. Obviously that budget can vary massively depending on how much you drink, what you drink and if you have food included in your hotel. But I would suggest that €100 is the maximum you really need to be carrying on you at any time. Cash is still king in Benidorm. Many places will accept cards as well, but not all, and for those that do, there is often a minimum spend like €10 for card payments. Keep your cards hidden. If you are using cards, be wary of where you keep it on you. Not loose in your back pocket, for example. Keep it tucked well away inside a wallet or a bag you can put under your clothes. A fairly new scam I'm hearing about is people mingling amongst you in busy bars. They have some kind of portable card machine and can contactless tap your cards without you even knowing through your pockets. Watch your drinks. Benidorm can be wild, and in the partying centres as well as alcohol there is a drug culture, no denying it. So keep your drinks in your sight at all times or with someone you trust. Drink spiking can happen sadly, and it can be a very scary and a very dangerous experience. It may be done with the intention of robbing the victim, assaulting them, or just as a despicable prank. Don't give anyone the chance of spiking your drink by leaving it unattended at the time. Don't order doubles. There's no need. The measurements in Benidorm are not UK measures. There's really no such thing as singles and doubles here. A standard spirit measure in Spain does vary from bar to bar, but it's usually somewhere between a UK double and a treble. It's a lot of alcohol in one drink already, so go steady. You don't want to peak too soon. Your night or day will only end early. And it's not big and it's not clever. I know all too well the dangers of binging on alcohol, so I don't want to seem like a preacher here. But speaking from experience, as I have got myself into some right states over the years, it never ends well. Pace yourself and you'll have a much more enjoyable and a longer Benidorm session. Avoid the cocktails sold on the beach. Don't drink the cocktails from the sellers wandering around on the beaches. Nobody is licensed to sell alcohol on the actual beach, and these cocktails are made in very unsanitary conditions on the streets and with very cheap alcohol, if indeed they actually put any alcohol in at all. The supplies are stored out of sight, often in the bins or even in the drains, so that they don't get spotted by the police. These drinks could make you very sick. If the sellers tell you they're from a bar, they're lying. No bars employ these sellers. Avoid the cocktails on the beach. Don't leave anyone. If you're in a group, never wander off on your own, and never leave someone in your group on their own. If someone's had too much, take them back to the hotel and put them to bed. You can always go back out. Now, this isn't to say Benidorm isn't suitable for single travellers, but as a single traveller you will generally have a different mindset from the off anyway. You know you're on your own and you have to look after yourself. If you're in a group holiday mode and then suddenly find yourself alone, it can be a very daunting situation. Look after your friends, and if you're the one that likes to wander off on your own, don't do it. Think of your mates and the time that they'll be wasting on their holiday looking after for you. If you're in a group, stay in a group, or at least only split up into smaller groups. Avoid the P-men. We're finishing with probably Benidorm's most well-known scam. However, still people are getting caught out with this. Now, this is a scam that you must avoid. It's a game that's played on the street, which involves hiding a pea under potatoes and shuffling them around, so you have to guess where the pea is hiding. It doesn't just happen in Benidorm, it's been going on for centuries in cities and towns all around the world. These guys are absolute pros at this. They work in gangs. When you see them on the street, most of the crowd surrounding them are in on the scam in one capacity or another. They'll have somebody betting on where the pea is and seemingly winning lots of dosh by guessing correctly, trying to entice you to have a go. Don't even attempt it, you'll never win. Don't even stop and watch, because there'll also be pickpockets who are part of the same gang looking to dip your pockets whilst you're distracted focusing on the game. Avoid, avoid, avoid. There you have our top tips for a safe holiday in Benidorm. A lot of it is common sense, and I wish we didn't have to make these videos warning people of dangers and scams, but unfortunately that is the world we live in. There are some nasty people about, and we want to do our bit to help you guys avoid them or nasty situations you could find yourself in. Don't leave your common sense on the plane. You do still need it on your holidays to help ensure you have a fantastic time without issues. And I'm pretty sure these tips can be applied to almost any resort in the world you could be visiting. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Let us know in the comments if you have any more tips for staying safe and avoiding scams. We may well do a follow-up video in the future. Once again, I'll ask you to make sure you're subscribed to our channel. Click that beer mug to subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. And also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Have a great holiday, stay positive and stay safe.